All right, we are in Summit Week. I'm going to get right into the screen share and just dive right in. I am so excited. First of all, prefacing this Zoom call tonight that you don't need to be physically in Indianapolis this week with the team to get something out of this week and the atmosphere and the excitement and just all of the things that encompass this event. If you don't really know about Summit, Summit is Beachbody's annual event where they get all the coaches in the network together in one location. And it is not, it's funny. I was speaking with somebody else who is in a different network marketing company, and their summit is like a total recruiting thing. It's like skeezy. They get people on stage and just like show off trophies and talk about how much money they're making and me. And that is totally, I've never witnessed anything like that at our summit. Our summit is just an incredible experience to not only be in the same place as all the people who are doing what you love doing as well. But it's so empowering because you get to hear these speakers that have nothing to do with Beachbody just talk about being better at you, being a better version of yourself. You get to do workouts with your instructors live. So you get like that whole starstruck mentality. I'll never forget the first time that I saw Shanti. I actually was joking with another teammate, Heather, actually. I have to find the picture and share it with you guys. It's on a different laptop. But I look like a goof. Like I could not wipe the grin off my face when I saw Shanti for the first time. And Summit has evolved and come such a long way. This is its 11th year. And my upline coach, Emily, was at the very, very first summit that ever happened, where she literally was sitting in just like a hotel conference room with like those little rectangle tables. And it was just like 50 people max maybe in the room. And she was at the very first summit. And now it is this big occasion. We will fill Lucas Oil Stadium. Indianapolis will be flooded with coaches, and it's just going to be super, super fun. So first and foremost, you guys, why is Brittany so stuck on pineapples? I've never actually explained this to you guys before. And I know like after most of my posts, I'll put the little gold shiny like star flicker, and then I'll put a pineapple. And my thought process a while back was that I wanted to kind of start branding myself with an emoji. Like I wanted to brand the vibe that I wanted, right? And I just, first of all, I love pineapples, but that whole quote, be strong like a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside, right? I love that idea that we are just these women who are standing tall, like empowering other women, wearing a crown, but also passing the crown over to other women to wear it at the same time, and not feeling like there's only enough crowns for just me. There's enough crowns for all of us, right? Every pineapple has a topper. But we're also loving, sweet, caring, nurturing people on the inside that truly just want to help other people and pay this forward. And so that really struck me. And I know the whole phrase is shine bright like a diamond. Like I know that's the lyrics to the song. But the reason I picked those two emojis back to back is always because in my head, I think of shine bright like a pineapple because of that quote. And so like, when you're like, why does Brittany always put those two emojis? Why did she pick that? That's my thought process behind it. Pineapple was the safe word in 80-Day Obsession this year. And so that was kind of funny because I had already kind of coined pineapples, and then that was part of the whole 80-Day Obsession thing. So there was a dual play on that, but that is why I chose the pineapple for the front of our shirt, and that everything you've been seeing is just flooded with pineapples, because I just want us to be women that stand tall, support one another, and we're just, making things happen. So first and foremost, on our Summit page, if you used to be on the Summit page and you feel like, wait a second, I'm no longer on the Summit page, it's because I cleaned it out today. I cleaned it out because the people on our Summit page are the people who are actually attending Summit. So if you aren't attending Summit and you were previously on that page, no stress. After this week, I'm going to open the page back up once the tickets go on sale for next year's Summit. And if and when you purchase your ticket, I will add you back into that page. Summit, all of the ladies who have taken the time and the sacrifice in their lives to attend Summit, I really want to make it a special occasion for them. And so that group is dedicated for the people that made that sacrifice, not only in money with the tickets and just the cost of actually getting there, but the time sacrifice too. A lot of us are giving things up, and I want to talk about that, not tonight, but in the near future, of what each of us have individually sacrificed to make it to Summit. And I want you to hear that your story might not be so different. If you're somebody sitting on the Zoom tonight and you're like, I'm not going to be at Summit and this is why I can't make it to Summit, you might hear a very similar story from another coach on our team who ended up making it happen anyway. And so if you've noticed that you're not on that page anymore, that is why. But if you're still on that page because you're attending Summit with us, all of the information for Summit, for the most part, to make sure that you are like getting on the plane or getting in your car feeling cool, calm, and collected for a first timer or even for a second timer, all that information is on the page. I've been doing a countdown with you guys every day. Today we're talking about what to wear. Please plan ahead. It looks like rain is in the forecast and thunderstorms, so make sure that you're planning for that. And if there's other things that you need to like navigate, like should I bring this or who's bringing this? You guys can totally do that on the page. I also have that handbook that I made you on my blog as well, and I uploaded it to the page, as well as you guys have a full agenda of the weekend. So you have resources. So tonight isn't so much about pouring more of those resources into you. I truly want you to make the most out of Summit in a business standpoint, but also in terms of the goals that you're setting for yourself, that you maybe already set for yourself, or that you're going to walk away setting for yourself upon the finish of our time together. So Summit and social media is the very first thing I want to talk about. And this pertains to anyone, regardless if you're there or not. Okay. Because just because you're not there doesn't mean you can't talk about it. You can absolutely talk about it. You can talk about how you're not there, and you can share pictures of our team being there, and you can take people along the journey of, your team's in this place right now and you wish you were there with us, and what you're going to do to make sure you're there next year. Right. So first and foremost, you guys, I want you to make sure that on social media, there's a fine balance. You don't want to be plugged onto your phone the entire time because you're also at an event to be live and in person, right? So it's important that you plan ahead a little bit. I would say at least one post a day is really important, but don't just post just to post. If you're just posting, and it's really easy to be like in the arena and like all the lights and the screens are up and there's like a new program that just gets launched and you snap a picture of it, and it's really tempting to just in the moment upload that, but that doesn't really connect. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but you're going to want to take a lot of pictures, but I would be picky about the one that makes it to your wall. Okay. Behind the scenes, you can do that on your story and everything, and you make them feel like they're with you along the journey. So take them through it when you're packing, when you're getting ready to, get in the car or get on your flight, take them to the airport with you, take them in the car with you, take them, when we get to our Airbnb, show them our Airbnb. When you're just little clips of us walking down the street, or when we go to our team dinner, or when we go to the zoo, just things like that. You want to make them feel like they're with you. Okay. Think about this from an outsider's perspective. If you are somebody who is not there, we would rather feel like I wouldn't, if I wasn't at an event, right? I wouldn't want to particularly see the event. I would more want to connect with why you're at that event and how I could feel like I could be a part of it too. So I want you to make them feel like they're with you, and take lots of pictures of the team throughout the weekend, lots of pictures with your teammates, pictures in your team swag, all that good stuff. Take pictures with trainers if you see them and you can catch them in passing, maybe some of your fave coaches that you've followed for a while. Don't be shy to ask people to take pictures. Okay. That is part of the reason you are there, is to also get this collection of photos that you're going to need for your social media. But number 3, you guys, connecting versus telling. On your story, you don't need to tell people this just released, this just launched, this is the new program. People don't care about that. If I'm watching someone in a concert, I'm just going to scroll on through. I want to connect with like why you went to the concert and what you're doing there, and like maybe the food you ate and maybe the social setting, right? Like I want to connect with you. And so think of it in the same regard, that rather than showing them, the arena and like a new program that just launched, maybe show them show like a picture or a boomerang of everybody at dinner around the table, or a picture of all of us after we finished our workout together, right? Connect with people versus telling them what's happening there, okay? Use this as a chance, you guys. You have an excellent opportunity. This is an amazing opportunity if you are there live to show people what they can be a part of. And even if you're not there, you can show people what your team is. This is your team, regardless if you are with us in spirit or you're physically there. You have a chance this week to show people the community. And guys, that's what people really want. 9 times out of 10, when I ask people, what's your favorite part about being a coach? It's the community. It's the team. It's the support. It's the friendships. That's what we love. It's not, people aren't like, oh my gosh, I just love making shakes every day and that's why I'm a coach. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's cool too, but that's usually not why we really love this. So show people what they can be a part of. Use it to open up dialogue with people, okay? You joined this team for a reason. And so there's people out there that also want to join this team for very similar reasons. So I love to say, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. If I was selfish when I joined Beachbody, none of you would be sitting here right now. Let me say that again. If I was selfish when I joined Beachbody, none of you would be sitting here right now. And I would be doing Zoom all by myself, and I would be going to Indy all by myself, and it would be a very lonely time. Don't be selfish. Share it, right? How cool would it be to have your coaches that got to see this event this year come with you next year? How cool would that be? That would be so cool. Okay, and the last thing, pre-summit packing, take polls, opinions, involve your followers in the process. I'm planning on doing like, which dress should I wear for Saturday night? And making like a packing poll out of it and get my followers involved. Like, because then that is an easy way to open up dialogue later. Same thing. Should I take should I pack healthy food? Just anything that you can think of that is coach related, right? You can even talk about how you don't have to pack your workout DVDs and all your workout equipment because you have Beachbody on demand. There are so many ways that you can involve them and talk about this as you're prepping to get to Summit. Okay, so I want you to really make sure today, tomorrow especially, to take some time to think, what's that going to look like for you? Okay, whatever post you're going to do at the end of the day or the top of the day, like make it your amazing message, right? Your big message that you want to talk to people about. But when you go behind the scenes with them, make sure you're connecting versus just selling them what's the next product that's coming out, right? Okay, so now everybody who's going to Summit, I told you to get a notebook, okay? And if you don't physically have it near you right now, just make sure you jot this down. This is something I did last year for the very first time, and it was awesome, okay? I'm the type that when I buy a brand new notebook for something like Summit, I don't know what to put on the first page because it's like, I want the first page to be like so cool, you know? And funny story, I'm super like OCD about what do I put on the first page. And 2 summits ago, I was like stressed out to the max about like not making it messy, like my first go around. And I finished writing, like opening ceremony, finished writing, went to close my notebook, and it was upside down, you guys. I had written all of my first like 5-6 pages upside down. I was like, okay, that was God's way of telling me to just get over myself. So anyway, but I am OCD about like, how do I start this? Like, do I just start at opening ceremony? Like, I love this kind of warm-up feel. So in your notebook, and you can do this, like I said, even if you're not going to Summit, this is a great exercise for you because we're about at the midway of the year, and this is a great time for you to really just kind of look back at what you wanted and look ahead at what you can do with the last half of the year. So the first thing I write, and I wrote it all here for you, but what do I want to accomplish by December 31st, 2018? That's like right now. And you might after Summit, you might also fill in more things because maybe you get inspired, and that's okay. But I want you to take some time and say, what do I really want to accomplish by December 31st, 2018? Okay? On the next page, I wrote down original goals for 2018. So I want you to go way back. And if you weren't here with our team at the very top of 2018, I want you to go back to your very first goal setting worksheet that you did, the very first time you set goals for yourself. If you started past like January 1st, and write those original goals down. It's important that we go back to what we wanted occasionally, because after a while, sometimes we kind of forget, like, oh yeah, I really did want that. I had put that down on paper, right? And when it's stuck in a notebook, sometimes if we don't see it in our face, we forget about it. So it's important for us to write down those original goals that we had set for ourselves. And if you didn't set original goals for 2018, this is where it's maybe important for you to reflect on why not. What's standing in your way? What fear is there? What limiting beliefs do you have that are holding you back from actually setting goals that you absolutely deserve to hit, right? So page 1 and 2 are basically about goals. So your original goals also don't have to match what you want to accomplish now. Maybe your original goal was too small and you're ready to accomplish more. Maybe your original goal was a little ambitious and now you need to really take a step back and say, how do I either make that happen by the end of the year, or how do I reassess what I really want to accomplish in the time that I've left? The third page, you guys, is gut check time. Okay? Gut check yourself. This is where you put pen to paper and you write down everything that's holding you back from accomplishing those first 2 pages. This is where you get honest with yourself. And when I say honest with yourself, like, I was brutally honest with myself in my notebook last year. I got last year's notebook out, you guys. I don't have it in front of me right now. Otherwise, I'd grab it. But I got it out and I was shocked at some of the things I wrote when I did my gut check. And it was like stuff that you don't want to admit about yourself, you know, stuff that you'd rather just brush under the rug. But it was so refreshing to do that gut check because it allowed me to say, I don't need to let these things hold me back anymore. These are just things that are holding me back, and it doesn't feel good to admit it, right? So taking some time to gut check where you currently are at and maybe why you're not further along. Yeah? Okay, next page. Why am I at Summit? Now, if you're not at Summit, right, why am I not at Summit? Or why do I want to be at Summit? Why is Summit important to me next year, right? So if you're not there, you can still rephrase that. But if you're at Summit, why am I at Summit? That's also important. Are you there? I wrote, and I'm not kidding you guys, there have been times in my business where I wrote because I think I have to. Like that's a have to thing, not a want to or a get to, but it was a have to. Like, I have to. That's what leaders do. And if I didn't go to Summit, like, my business might crumble, right? And so there's been times where I wasn't at Summit because of a want to or a get to, but a have to. And it evolves and changes with the years and with my growth. But take some time and really say, like, why am I there? What do you want to get out of this weekend? When you walk away on Sunday, what was it for? What was the time, the energy, the effort, the investment? What was that all for? And the sacrifice too. Now, for me, I don't know how big my game plan is going to be because I don't know how many notes I'm going to have. But I typically write all my notes now from Summit. And then wherever I finish, number 5 is so important. So 1 through 4 are all pre-Summit. I want you guys to do this either on your flight, on the way there, do number 1 through 4 while you're like in a plane and you have nothing else to take your focus away, okay? Or if you're driving, please don't do it behind the wheel, but do it before you get to Summit, okay? Take the time to write that out. But number 5 happens after Summit. So you're going to write all your notes. Your hand's going to fall off. Your notebook is filled up. And after that, okay, wherever you finished, then when you leave, and I'm not going to write it because I have no idea where it's going to be, but then you're going to write game plan. Okay? And when you leave Summit on your flight home, or once you get home and you just take some time to let it sink in, you're going to go back through all of your notes from Summit. And you are going to create a game plan of things you want to do, because there's going to be so much, you guys. This weekend, there will be so many things that you're like, I want to do that, and I need to try that, and I better start doing that for my business, and I got to do that for my leaders, and I need to do this to push to Emerald, and I need to do that for my challenge group. There's going to be so many thoughts. Rather than just letting those thoughts brew here and make you kind of like analysis paralysis, or just stop you before you even get started, right? Rather than doing that, game plan it out. So last year what I did is I wrote game plan, and I just bullet pointed. I went through my notes, and as something hit me during Summit, I'd put a heart next to it, or like an asterisk or something, right? And I'd code it. so that after Summit, I knew to come back to that. So as I flipped through my notebook, I'd say, okay, let me write that down. And I go to my game plan and I write that down, point 1. Okay, then I keep flipping through. Ooh, I starred that. Gotta write that down. And then once I had all of the things in a list form, then I could put dates to it, by whens. Like maybe the first one was that there might have been a book that somebody recommended. And so I write down the book that I want to get. But maybe I don't need to buy that book right now because I'm still reading another book. So maybe that's my September book, or maybe that's my August book, right? And so you can put next to it dates or months when that is an appropriate time for you to begin infusing that idea or thought. And if you're not at Summit, you can still do this because you'll be getting launch information and all this stuff. And so as things are pouring in, it's important for you to also game plan, okay, what am I going to do in terms of this launch of this product or this new incentive or this, I have no idea, whatever's coming down the pipeline. Okay. So everyone can make a game plan from what we learn. And of course, we will pour information into you guys of what we're learning as well. So you don't have to worry that, that you won't get all the info from Summit. You will. And the coolest thing too, guys, is after Summit's over and done with, all of the videos, all of the speakers, everything that we see will be on YouTube. So you can go through and you can make it your business to watch that stuff. Okay, guys, final slide. I want you to take a second here and answer a couple questions for me, and we will wrap up by talking through this. First of all, what excites you most about Summit this year? And if you're not going to Summit, what excites you that you are going to get to hear about from Summit? What are you looking forward to seeing from us? Everybody should be excited this week, regardless if you're there or just within spirit. What makes you nervous about getting to Summit? If you're not going to Summit, what makes you, what would make you nervous about being there? And then what questions do you have? So what excites you, what makes you nervous, and what questions you have. I'm going to stop the share. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Mary. I didn't see you guys on there because I'm a screen share. Okay, so unmute yourselves. I'm going to just call on people. I want to know what excites you. Natalie, go.
Why are you calling me out first?
Because I know you're so excited.
I am so excited. But I do have anxiety. I told my husband today, I'm like, I have to get Twizzlers or I'm going to have ulcers all through the inside of my mouth because I chew my lips.
I do
when
that.
I have anxiety.
I do that.
Oh my gosh. So Twizzlers is my go-to.
Okay, we're not talking about nervous right now.
I'm excited just for the whole entire thing. Just to see it and see everybody and just the whole thing.
Yeah.
So.
I love it.
Yeah.
Mary. What excites you?
I'm excited to meet everyone. Like,
That's awesome.
I haven't met anyone except for Brittany. So I'm really excited to meet everyone. And then I'm also excited to not teach summer school for 2 days.
Yeah.
Nice vacation.
Yeah.
Amanda Schreiber, what excites you?
I'm excited for a lot of things. I'm excited to meet everybody and for the live workouts, and also because last year I loved it.
So Amanda is a Summit Pro, so I am going to put her on the spot really quick. Amanda, what was your favorite part of last year's Summit?
Well, it wasn't officially part of Summit, but when I was at the airport waiting for my flight, and like almost the entire flight was other coaches going to Summit, and our flight got delayed, so a bunch of them went off in the corner and did a workout together.
Pretty cool. You guys are going to see, like, well, yeah, if you're flying, you're going to see, like, the airports and other. Kayla, what are you excited for?
I'm just excited for it to be such a large group of just like our team and not just be grouped in with, you know, the higher up teams, but it'll be our own little power group.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. That's good. Kayla is also a Summit alumni. So, Kayla, what was your favorite part when you went to Nashville?
Just the entire experience and the wealth of knowledge that you just gain from everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was in Nashville one year. That would be nice. I could drive.
Natalie!
I I
Natalie,
totally
mute yourself. She's like a child that I have to like. Sorry, Kayla.
You're fine.
Say what you said again,
Yeah.
please.
I don't even remember what it was. I worked a lot today. I think it was just how many notes that I took. I didn't expect to like it to be that in depth with the education part of it, and just the excitement building when you're in such a large group of other coaches.
Yeah. Yay. All right, Amanda, what excites you about getting to see us at Summit this week?
Well, I'm excited to see what you guys get to learn and do and watch your stories and get to see the background of it. I wish I could be there with you guys, but I joined a little too late in this group and my mojo wasn't there yet to commit. So I'm just excited to see everything.
I know it's that like weird time because like there are coaches like it's just once that discount goes away too, it's like a hefty penny to make it there.
Mm-hmm.
What is everybody most nervous about? Natalie's nervous that there won't be Twizzlers at the airport.
I'm taking it with me.
Okay.
I don't do good at nighttime. I'm such a baby. I have to have my husband. So somebody's going to have to sleep with me, just FYI.
We can sleep with the lights on. I'm afraid.
Yes. Okay, perfect, Mary. We're good.
I'm going to have my own room, I think.
What ifs? What ifs? You're the mama bear. Remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so nighttime. And you know what, though? That's the thing. Like, I have zero expectations of, like, you have to be here at this time or you have to do this or you have to, like, other than, like, I'd love if everybody could wear the tank on Thursday, and I think we'll all be team players to wear our pink tank on Thursday. But other than that, I really have, like, zero expectations for people. / if there's things that like you need or worries you have or anything, like it's so important that we're all friends. Like we're all teammates. Like say it. It's all good. If you need the lights on, the lights make you mad, whatever it is, right? We're all one family. Mary, what makes you nervous?
Well, I'm also nervous to meet everyone because I'm totally introvert and like awkward in social situations. So that makes me nervous. And then I guess kind of just like making everything work. Like, because we got 10 ladies in our or like for one bathroom. So that'll be fun.
I don't think it's one bathroom, is it?
What?
I think I looked at it and it was one.
Airbnb fail.
I could be wrong though. I don't know.
I won't shower.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
But yeah, so I'm also nervous to meet everyone too. I don't know, and that's just personal nerves.
Yeah. And you know what? That's like completely normal.
Yeah.
Because that, like I find myself as like I'm the common denominator with you guys. But like I love you guys and I know like your stories, but I want you to know each other and know each other's stories. So it's like sometimes that requires me shutting up and you guys talking, which we know is hard for me. Amanda, what are you nervous about?
I am nervous to be driving because I get anxious driving in unfamiliar places.
Do you know about what time you're going to leave to head there?
Probably pretty early in the morning if I'm going to get there in time to go to the zoo.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too, guys, zoo might go on the back burner because of the thunderstorms. So I'll know more on Wednesday if we can check into the Airbnb early or not. As it stands, I have to wait until Wednesday because he said if somebody books it for Wednesday night, then we can't check in early, right? So I'm waiting. But if we can check into the Airbnb early and it's thunderstorming, then I would love to just do that. Otherwise, business as usual. But I land, Amanda, super early in Indy. I land around like 5 a.m. So if you need to call me, like if you're lost or anything, please do. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Kayla, what are you nervous about?
the workout early in the morning. That first morning. It's going to be brutal. But I'm not going to be alone.
Yeah. Honestly, those workouts make me nervous too, because when I'm home, I can like half butt it if I don't feel like it. But like when you're out in public, it's like, I guess I should do this, like, because everyone else is. Well, I'm nervous. I'm just nervous that, I guess for me, well, okay, I never said what I was excited about. I guess I should say that first. I think I'm, very similar with Kayla right now, that I've gotten to watch this whole thing start from nothing. Literally, like I said, if I had been selfish and not invited anyone, it would be nothing, right? To having 10 teammates with us at Summit and 10 other teammates sporting the same tank as us, wishing they could be there. And I'm just so over the moon excited about that, because it's just something I've always prayed for and wanted. And I believe so much in Beachbody. I believe so much in the community. I believe so much in Inspire Beauty. I believe so much in just what we stand for, and to be able to share it with other people live and in person and not just through a screen is so exciting for me. So that's exciting. What am I most nervous about? I think I'm most nervous I am also introverted, and I want to make sure that I take care of all of you guys while you're there, but I also want you guys to be able to like fly on your own and be, I want you to be, I just want you to feel like, I don't know how to put it, but I want you to not feel like, I want you to find belief in yourself and belief in what you can do and possibility, and just take that, I guess, courage and confidence with you. So that's really what I am nervous about, is that I can't measure that up for you. So let's see. Last thing. Oh, questions. We've got about 7 minutes left. Does anybody have questions for me? Things I haven't addressed on our page or here tonight? Logistics.
If we're gonna like need to hit up the grocery store, should we just kind of go on our own? Are we gonna take a group trip to the grocery store?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So what I was thinking is, if we can get checked in to the Airbnb early, then we would be able to go grocery shopping right before we go to the zoo, / if we end up not going to the zoo, that sort of thing. We could go do like a grocery store run at that time. Or once we check in at 3:00, we could go do a grocery store run, or a couple people could go if they wanted, at about, what did I put on our agenda? 5 p.m.? Did I say I was going to do dinner for you guys? 5, thank you, Natalie. So I think we have about 2 hours there of some time if we can't check in until 3:00. Okay. And I also, like last year's Airbnb, I think they had coffee in there. There were certain things that we already had. So it was like, okay, make sure we like get in there first and can see. And then I'm going to order pizza and whatnot for us on Thursday at 5. And Lori is getting lots of fun wines for us from Oliver Winery. And we're going to have a good time. Does that answer that? Cool. Any other questions? I also don't know, like, room assignment. I don't know anything about that. Obviously, I don't even know how many bathrooms there are.
I'm for real sleeping with somebody, though, so y'all need to be picking out who I'm sleeping with.
I have an air mattress, so if you want to bundle up on my air mattress.
Okay, Natalie. We're going to be okay. And then everybody knows, bring something. So Friday night, that dinner that we do at Shoe Fly, our team dinner, we can dress up for that. We don't have to wear tanks and whatnot. And then Friday night, you guys are free to do whatever you want after that. I am going to be going to the Success Club party, and I invited Natalie to be my +1 since she had been crushing it in her business. That was a little reward for her. And then on Saturday night, for closing ceremony, Julianne invited me to be her +1 for the elite. And so I will be sitting with her on the floor, or I don't know how they're setting it up in Lucas Oil, but on the field, I'll be sitting down with her. So you guys will be up in the stands on Saturday night. That's the only time I'm leaving you, is Saturday night. But definitely was excited to support Julianne for all her hard work.
Yeah. Is everyone bringing, like, are we gonna work out during the thing? Like, I know that we have our big trainer workout, so I don't know. Should we bring stuff like bands or wing it?
I planned. I mean, this is me, and you guys can say if you've planned anything yet. But Friday and Saturday, we already have a set workout for Beachbody. So the only day that I wouldn't have a workout is Thursday, and I was thinking I could just do cardio flow because it doesn't require equipment. But we can do whatever that doesn't require equipment. We could, if we wanted to work out together, like if it's raining and we're like, let's do a workout at the Airbnb, we could all work out together, but I'm not bringing equipment.
Okay. So Autumn's, because I'm doing Autumn's workout, that's Friday morning, right? Yep. So do we get another one on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday is the super workout with every trainer and every coach, and it's outside. Fingers crossed it's not raining.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
I missed that apparently. Cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Saturday morning. And then we'll just figure out, I know there's going to be a lot of cars there. It looks like our Airbnb, there's like a parking lot across from it. It's right by the Children's Museum, so there's also a parking lot for that. But I don't know like if those are permit only or what the deal is with that, but we'll figure that out. But there are a lot of cars because there are a lot of people driving in. And so we'll also figure out like, okay, paying for parking, or is it just cheaper to Uber everybody over, or should we, we'll figure all that out when we get a better idea of how they've set that up. Mm-hmm. And maybe only take like a couple cars rather than everyone take their car.
Oh, here's a special demo here.
That's good.
Cool beans.
I got some Bisma.
Are one of you guys bringing a blender? Drivers?
I can bring one.
I am.
Okay.
It's not fancy or anything, but it works.
Okay. Awesome. That's my only concern. Yay! All right, ladies. I'm super pumped to see your faces in how many days? 2, 3? Something like that. Yay. If you have any other questions, go to the, what's it called? Summit page on Facebook, okay? All right, ladies. This recording I will put up, and actually we can snap a picture because this is our Monday Zoom anyway. All right, ready? Fix your faces. Natalie, fix your face, Natalie. 3, 2, 1, yay, Summit. Okay, I will see you ladies soon.